It has been a full week since I've uploaded a video. Sorry about that. Nobody really cares. I care more than anybody else cares. Does that say something? Yes. It's me. I thought I would come on here and just talk a little bit about some stuff. This weekend, October 11th to be precise, is National Coming Out Day. October 11th is National Coming Out Day, in case you didn't know. National Coming Out Day has some significance for me. It has a special place in my heart because I actually came out for the first time on National Coming Out Day 11 years ago. Quite a long time ago, but still, I use National Coming Out Day as a way to like ramp myself up and be like, I'm gonna do it on this day. Lots of other people are gonna be doing it this day. Let's just do it. So I thought I would come on here and tell a little bit of my coming out story because that's always fun. That's always an adventure. A real roller coaster, if you will. Yeah, so the first person that I came out to was my mom, actually. So I grew up in very much a single parent household. My mom was my sole parent for most of my life. We were very, very, very close. She was my best friend, and I knew that I was gay for a long time. I have a very small family, but I have actually a lot of lesbians in my family. I have my aunt Ellen, of course her name is Ellen, she's a lesbian, and then her partner Kathy. So there's two lesbians, and then my only cousin Steph is a lesbian, and she's married to her wife Kirsten. And yeah, I have a very small family, so that's like the sheer number of lesbians in my family is kind of statistically pretty crazy, I would say. Anyway, I don't know why I shared that. Well, it's important to the story. Well, it kind of helped me realize that I was a lesbian pretty early on. Very much like the only real love that I saw as a child was between two women. Like, wow, that's really interesting. But yeah, I gravitated very much towards my female teachers, and sorry, the ice it's making itself. But you have to stop. Like, now's not the time. Oh my god, so many crushes on my teachers. Almost every single year. And then, you know, it would be in movies, I would always be watching the female as opposed to the male. Like, who gives a shit about the male? And then also I developed a very severe infatuation with Nicole Kidman. So, anyway. So, yeah, I knew for a long, long time that I was gay. And I didn't really grow up super religious, but we definitely went to church every single week, and we were very much a part of the church. My mom was never super, super religious, but we were very much a part of the church community. You know, I went on mission trips, and a lot of my childhood friends are from my church, and it was definitely a bit more of a liberal church, but at the same time, you know, they didn't actively preach like homosexuals are going to hell or things like that, but it was a belief that they held. I didn't feel like I couldn't come out because of my religion growing up, but it didn't help the situation. Anyway, that was all backstory. It was not important. So I knew that I was gay for a long, long time, and then when I got into NYU, I was like, this is perfect. I'm gonna move to New York. I'm just gonna be out. I'm gonna live my life, be my gay self. It's gonna be great. That's not what happened. I went to college and I remained in the closet for a bit because I was just really scared. You know, it took me a long time to be okay with being gay, and so I couldn't really fathom other people being okay with it, and I didn't want any of my relationships to change. I didn't want my relationship with my mother to change. I didn't want to jeopardize any of the new friendships I had just made, so I just stayed in the closet to like 90% of people, but I also was out within the LGBT community at NYU. So like they all knew. So I guess those are the first people I came out to, but I didn't even come out. It was just like I went to gay events, so they knew I was gay. But within my tribe, the first person that I came out to was my mom. So let me tell you that story because it happened on National Coming Out Day. So I thought, let's tie this all in together, shall we? It's gonna be great. Here we go. So picture this. It's October 11th, 2009. I had just turned 18. I had been at NYU for about month and a half, 2 months, and I realized I needed to come out to my mom. Like, there were parts of my life that I was keeping from her, like going to these gay events, and her and I talked 2-3 times a day. So I was definitely withholding parts of my life from her, and it just felt wrong. So I saw on the calendar that it was National Coming Out Day coming up. So I was like, this is my shot. Like, I'm gonna come out. And we had a planned camping trip. So the whole weekend goes by and we're driving home the night of October 11th. I start hysterically crying as my mom is driving, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like,
no, I'm not okay. Like, I have to tell you something. I don't want you to be disappointed. I'm really sorry. I was not planning on.
I like really built it up to make it seem like I was on drugs or I was pregnant. I think it's best to like set the bar at like,
ooh, are you okay?
and then just, you know, throw it out like,
Oh, I'm gay.
and they're like,
Oh, phew. Okay, I thought you had cancer.
so that is what I did. I started hysterically crying and I was like, I just don't want to disappoint you. There's something I have to tell you that I've been keeping from you. I really did build it up like I was on drugs. And she was like, just tell me what it is. And so like, I remember so vividly in my brain just being like, just spit it out. Just get it out. And then it's out. And then it's her problem and it's not your problem. And I was just like, I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. Instantly was like, okay, I did it. Like it's out there. So she like took a breath, and she's driving, so she's like, pay attention to the road. That's also a good idea because it's not like they're gonna crash the car or anything because they're driving, you know? So she was like, okay. And then the first thing my mom said was,
Are you gonna cut your hair like Ellen?
I just felt so relieved in that moment. I started crying even more and laughing, and I was like,
No, I'm not gonna cut my hair like Ellen. Not all lesbians have short hair.
And then she asked a bunch more questions like, when did you know? Because like my mom asked me growing up, like,
Are you a lesbian?
and me being like,
No. Why would you ask that?
but yeah, and that was my first coming out experience on National Coming Out Day. And then basically everybody else that I told, I feel like I just sent them an email. I'm pretty sure that's, like, it sounded like a joke, but I'm pretty sure everybody else that I came out to, and I didn't come out to anybody else for almost a full year. And all of my friends at college did like a study abroad, but I couldn't afford that. So I was stuck in New York by myself, friendless, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done being in the closet. I had made a really nice bunch of like lesbian friends, and I had other friends in college that I really loved that I wasn't being honest with. So I just shot him an email. I was like,
Hey, little update. Back in the US, I'm a homosexual.
I would say 99% of the people that go to NYU or just like live in New York in general are very open-minded and very like liberal thinkers, but it's still really scary. Like, even when you know the outcome is gonna be positive, it's really, really scary, because it also, when you come out, it sort of makes your difference permanent. Does that make sense? Like, it makes the thing about you that makes you different from everyone else more permanent, because now everybody knows. Now it's out there. Before it was a secret and I could blend in, and now I'm a minority. Like, all of a sudden, like, I'm acknowledging my place in the world, which is scary. Coming out is just really, really, really scary. And I am so, so privileged to have the family and the friends that I have, because I really didn't have a negative reaction from anybody that I truly cared about. And I know it's not like that for everybody. It makes my heart hurt when I hear stories of like kids being disowned or losing their friends or things of that nature. It really, obviously it's heartbreaking. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here really quick. I know this is sort of a shorter video, but I just wanted to share my coming out experience and wish you all a happy National Coming Out Day this weekend. And if you feel like you're ready to come out, I hope this weekend, you know, helps give you that little nudge that you need. I also got really great advice before I came out from some of my lesbian friends that maybe I'll pass on to you. They were like, you know, if your parents are paying for your college and they're gonna rescind that if you come out, just wait. Take their money, and then when you're an independent human and you don't have to rely on them, then come out. Or if you're in a situation where coming out could put you in danger, don't do it. As shitty as that is, your life is worth more than that. Your life is worth living. So if you're in a position where you coming out could endanger that, that really hurts my heart. You know, but it happens all the time, and yeah, I don't even know advice to give to that. That's horrible. But if you are in a position to come out and you're just nervous how people are going to react, or that they may not love you anymore, trust me, it's so worth it to come out. If someone's not gonna love you because you're you, like, get the hell out of here. I don't want anything to do with you. Ugh. I'm saying it in a joking way, but that is very, very hard to do, especially if you love somebody and they're, you know, part of you. It's not easy to let people like that go, but you are the most important thing. If someone's not gonna love you for all of you, you have to just let that go, you know? You can't change them. Maybe in time they'll change, but that's on their own time. That's their journey, and it has nothing to do with you, really. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell what this video is gonna be, but coming out is scary, but so worth it. And yeah, good luck. It's crazy how young kids are now coming out. I sound like an old lady. I'm like,
Kids are like 14 years old and they coming out.
but that's amazing. There was no fucking way I was gonna come out in high school. The only other lesbian in my school was like that girl that wore like cat ears and pretended she was a cat. You know what I'm talking about. Every single school has one. But mine was like the only lesbian, so I didn't really want to be associated with her. But if I had like one other cute lesbian that came out in my school, I definitely would have come out. I don't know. I was so concerned with like what people thought. It's hard to say. Kids these days are like so much stronger than I was.
Kids these days.
Anyway, that's the video for this week. I hope you liked it. Happy National Coming Out Day this weekend. I hope you come out. Even if you're straight, just let people know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.